Blevins, Golly Hughes.
For our second game, or actually third game here tonight, here from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Our second game on video productions tonight as it is the Chapmanville Tigers taking on Expression Prep out of Huntington, West Virginia, as the Lions come down to take on the Tigers. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. And again, Bill, this is our first look at Expression Prep. Again, one of the private schools out of the Huntington area, and a lot of skilled ball players here, and just adding on to that difficult schedule that Brad Napper continues to put his ball club in, and it's made them a lot tougher, as we saw the other night against the Logan Wildcats.
Yeah, this is a pretty tall team looking at them. You got Jackson Childers, 6'6", junior. Honest Alongo, a 6'3" junior, and Christian Brown, a 6'2" junior. And all three of those guys are in the starting lineup, as well as Mitchell Cox, a 6-foot freshman, and Jace Coates, he's a 6'1" junior. So every one of these, all starting five, at least 6 foot or taller. So maybe the biggest team that Chapmanville will face this season, perhaps.
And that'll be interesting how Zion Blevins matches up down low with them here tonight, as he's had a couple of big games in a row, and 32 points the other night in the win over Logan. And that was a big gut check game for Chapmanville too, Bill. Again, coming out of that game with a win, it was tight all the way through. Chapmanville trailed it by 3 late in the fourth quarter, and then trailed by 1 in the final minute, and were able to get the lead back. Again, that was just a very well-played game, very fun game, and I think it's going to be something that gives this Chapmanville club a lot of continuity. Again, there are a lot of new players, a lot of new faces in that starting lineup, and I think you started to see them gel a lot the other night.
Yeah, well, I don't want to sound like Captain Obvious here, but 1-3, that was the record that going in, I think a lot of people that Chapmanville was staring in the face was a 1-3 start if they didn't get that win over Logan. So they get that win. 2-2 looks a lot better than 1-3 on paper for sure. And not only does 2-2 look a lot better, but it's a quality win. It's a win over a 4-0 Logan team that was number 6 in Class AAA in the preseason poll. Logan has Spring Mills tonight, and I think I'm not for certain, but I believe the Wildcats may be off for the Christmas holiday season and then come back in the start of the new year in January after tonight's game. And, Logan's got a tough task with Spring Mills. If Logan can win that and get a 5-1 start, that should boost them up in the rankings to, I would think, no better than a third, maybe top 5, top 4. And, when you look down the lane, if Logan can continue to win, that win looks a lot better for Chapmanville, especially if they can get the sweep when they play again here in Chapmanville.
Well, it's time now for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And what do you see as the key tonight? Again, we don't know much about this Expression Prep Club, but what do you see as the key for Chapmanville, just from what we've seen of them in our 3 games this year, to help them get a W tonight against a strong ball club?
Want to see how Chapmanville handles the size tonight. When I came in here not knowing a lot about them, but then when I looked at the roster and I saw that the starting 5 is 6 foot or taller, especially, you look at the post president 6'2", 6'3", 6'6". How's Chapmanville going to be able to handle that? And I think one way that you can handle it is control the defensive boards, not let this Expression Prep Academy team dominate the glass, especially on the offensive end. If you can control that and then get out in transition, I think it's going to put them in a position where maybe they don't want to play an up and down pace. But with 10 players and not known about a lot of these guys, that up and down pace may fit them in, but also Chapmanville can limit, again, I mentioned in Logan, limit your turnovers. If they can hold the turnovers to say 12 or less. We mentioned about the losses to Ashland and Fairmont where they turned the ball over an abundance of times. But if they can limit those and turn this Lions club over, I think Chapmanville's going to be okay here tonight.
Those are your Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game, and the key to your health care is with Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. And again, we won't be here tomorrow night on WVOW, as again we've got the holidays coming up. We got a lot of people heading out of town. We've also got a lot of professional basketball. We've got college basketball coming your way, so we won't have the game tomorrow, but I think this is the one that we'd like to have here tonight.
Yeah, we've got this one, and it's not a tournament. Let's things changed. Expression Prep Academy is only here for one night. They're playing Chapmanville. Chapmanville will play West Logan tomorrow. Right around this time tomorrow, North Marion takes on West Side at 6 o'clock, and then you've got is North Marion's JV playing tomorrow or Chapmanville's?
Yeah, I think West Side, or not West Side, but yeah, West Side.
West Side JV and North Marion JV, and West Side is playing North Marion, I do believe, or no, North Marion's playing Wesley Christian. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's where I got mixed up on thinking whether West Side JV was playing tomorrow. So West Side JV, North Marion JV will get it going. Then North Marion will take on Wesley Christian, and Chapmanville and West Logan. Chapmanville can win this one. It's I guess you could say it's kind of a de facto Bob Runyon Memorial Championship game, because in the game before us, West Logan pulled off a 3-point win over a banged up North Marion team that had Casey Miner, one of the quarterback for North Marion this season, and I spoke to him after the game. He had a good season this year as a quarterback, but really where I was impressed with him was his play at linebacker. You don't see very many quarterbacks that play linebacker, especially as well as he did. And I think, Noah Hess didn't get to play. He got banged up in that state championship game. And they've got a lot of other injuries that I heard. But hats off to Adam Copley's team. They came in here. They've been battle tested, and they got a win tonight. And it was an impressive win.
It was a fun game back and forth, and West Logan pulled it out by 3, 53-50, as Zion Blevins will jump it up in the center circle with Honest Alongo. And Blevins steals the tip, as we're glad you're with us here tonight on WVOW. Chapmanville going left to right across your radio dial. And Expression Prep going right to left. We're also glad you're with us here on Video Productions here this evening as they go down low for Blevins. Back out to Cameron Blevins. Takes a three, and he'll knock it down from the right side.
Yeah, Cameron Blevins gets the Tigers on the board of the three-pointer, and that was a good job. You saw early, Zion Blevins had a mismatch on the inside with Jace Coates, a smaller player, guarding him. The Expression Prep Academy double team, and Blevins was able to find Blevins for the three.
Childers loses it in midair, taken away by Chapmanville. Back the other way, Cameron Blevins almost had it knocked away by Alongo, but he's able to retrieve it back. Gives it over far side. Gollihue pulls for three from the right wing. That one way too strong, over the rim, no good. And Alongo comes out of the flurry with it. He brings it in 1-on-4. Dishes off the Childers, and Gollihue rips it out of his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, Expression Prep not doing a good job of taking care of the basketball early on. You got one steal and nearly another steal there in the backcourt. But you see when they're on the defensive end, they're being very aggressive. They've got hands in passing and dribbling lanes, and they nearly came away with a steal when Cam Blevins called it up near the three-point line.
Childers gets it over to Coates. Coates dribbles into the middle. Coates, Gollihue got a piece of it. Ball loose on the floor, trying to rip it away, and now we may get a tie up here, and we will, and possession will stay with Expression Prep.
Yeah, good buddy now right in front of us, Charlie Short, makes the call, and, Charlie, calls a lot of games around here in southern West Virginia.
So it'll be Cox to inbounds, gets it in far side, and it'll be a turnover as Alongo lost it off his foot. Benji Atkins and Gollihue there with the pressure.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird bounce there for Expression Prep. The inbounder bounced it off the knee of Cam Blevins, and then Alongo just wasn't paying attention where he was. Wrong place, wrong time. It goes off his leg, out of bounds.
Chapmanville in their all white uniforms tonight. Tigers written in orange across the chest with black lettering. Gold uniforms for Expression Prep, with Express Prep written in black across the chest and white lettering, as we get another tie-up as Zion Blevins tried to drive in. They'll stay here with the Tigers.
If you're Blevins, you're getting guarded by a smaller guy. The worst thing you want to do is drop the ball down below your waist and allow them to tie you up. But, now the switch has come, and now it looks like Alongo is guarding Blevins as they're fighting through some picks out there.
Nice pass from Cameron Blevins to Zion Blevins, misses on the bunny, tries to go back up, and he'll be fouled by Childers from behind.
And that's a thing that Expression Prep's going to have to avoid to stay out of foul trouble against this Chapmanville team. Zion Blevins is good at getting the opposition in foul trouble. Yeah, he utilizes his shot fakes well, gets his man up in the air, and goes back up with his shots to draw the foul.
Zion at the line. First free throw is through. As we mentioned, he had 32 points the other night in the win over Logan. Again, he's been in 20 several times already this year. I think his low point total was the first game against Fairmont, and he had 18 in that contest. So he hits both free throws.
That's a nice problem to have when your lowest point total is 18, just 2 points under 20.
So I said he's going to make a strong case for first team All-State this year. You can already tell. It's a nice cut inside by Coates. Tries to spin in the layup with the left hand, but missed it over the rim. And now Chapmanville 5-0 lead with the ball here. Nearly 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Zion. Pulls for three from the right side. Online but too strong. Nice rebound by Barry. Kicks it over, pass almost intercepted, but Cameron Blevins retrieves it. He'll knock down a long two from the left side.
Yeah, Cameron Blevins off to a good start. He's got 5 points because he had a very nice game against Logan as well.
7-0 Chapmanville here against Expression Prep Academy. Into the corner, Childers for the first points of the game for Expression Prep. He had a foot on the line, so that'll be a 2.
Yeah, Childers a 6'6" junior stretching the defense there, knocking down the outside jumper. It's something Chapmanville's going to have to watch.
Benji Atkins on the left side, lobs it inside. Zion Blevins makes the catch, goes up and under. Alongo blocks it, though. Taken away by the Lions. Up ahead, Christian Brown looking underneath. Had his pass tipped. Taken away now by Barry. Zion's up ahead. Barry trying to get it to him as Childers tries to chase it down. Zion grabs it, goes up against Alongo, and he gets it over top of him for the 2.
What I like about that play there is Zion Blevins went up, and he didn't try to go up with Alongo. He kind of brought the ball back to him, then went up with it, and Alongo couldn't really do nothing by the way that Blevins took an angle.
Never had a foul on Cam Blevins on a reach in that time as he and Coach wrestling near the far side. This Coach will inbounds right in front of us. As close to the action as you and I should ever be to get it in for Brown. Brown, almost traveled with it there. He got caught between his dribble and the pickup, but Childers gets it. Back over for Coates. Coates trying to shake Benji Atkins, gets it out. Childers straight on 3. This one off the mark, rebounded by Zion Blevins. He'll hold up now and wait for everyone to get on to the other end. Chapmanville leading at 9-2. Barry over to Gollihue, left corner 3. That one's going to be short, rebounded underneath, taken away by Brown.
I don't think Gollihue caught that ball cleanly. Looked like that ball wasn't necessarily in the palm of his hand.
Now step back jumper for Brown from inside the arc. That one not good off the front iron, rebounded by Gollihue. Chapmanville's raced out to a quick lead here, nearly half the quarter gone. Gollihue floating right-hander, and that's what he does so well, and that's going to draw a timeout by Expression Prep, a full timeout. So we'll step aside as well and be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
11-2, Chapmanville leads Expression Prep Academy here in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Seth Eastep, our engineer, back in the WVOW studios. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions. And Jill Blevins, our camera operator on Video Productions. As Childers, turnaround jumper from the right side. He's got all 4 points for the Lions here in the first quarter. Benji Atkins has it on the left wing. Hands it off to Gollihue. Dribble over to his right, almost losing it, now does lose it. They shovel up ahead to Brown. He's all alone. He'll cruise in for an easy 2.
First turnover of the game for Chapmanville leads to a transition bucket for Brown. Last 4 to the Lions, and they've cut it to 5.
Now Gollihue gets it on the right side, pulls for 3. He was left alone, and Gollihue makes him pay.
Big answer there by Gollihue to come up with that shot.
14-6 in favor of Chapmanville. 3:20 to go in the first. Alongo takes a contested 3 in front of Zion. No good off the back rim. Rebounded by Berry, but his pass deflected, taken away. Childers gets a wide open look from the top of the key, and he cans it.
Childers, we've seen him knock down that shot out in the corner, but it was just inside for 3. This one is a 3.
Now Chapmanville works it quickly the other way. Zion got caught in midair somehow, was able to spin that in off his right hand. Didn't look like he had it cleanly, but got enough English on it to put it home. Childers again on the other end. 3 from the right side, missed off the back iron, rebounded by Berry. So 16-9 Chapmanville in what's been a frantic first quarter here. Cameron Blevins gives it off to Zion. Zion penetrates in, kicks it out to Berry. 3 on the way, and that's good for Drew Berry.
He needed that one to drop after having a dismal shooting performance the other night at Logan.
10-point lead now for Chapmanville. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. As Coach gets inside, and there's going to be a block on Berry as he didn't have positioning that time.
Yeah, he knew so. You could see him, clap his hand and smile about that one. He's trying to, thinking that maybe he might have got a block, a charge call, hoping the official may have seen it. But, final score tonight from Logan, 70-45, Spring Mills.
There's Childers off the back iron, no good off the jumper from the baseline. Rebound ripped out by Blevins, but they're going to call him for a travel. Or actually, no, they're going to call expression prep on the travel. But, yeah, just saw there Spring Mills, big win over Logan. But, again, tough club Logan went up against tonight over at Willie Acres Arena. Yeah,
I'm not for sure what they were in the AP poll and the preseason poll, but they were number 2 in the latest coaches poll. So, a very good Class 4A team.
Gollihue catches the ball off a screen, goes for 3, rattled in and out, no good. Rebounded by Expression Prep. Here comes Coates into the front court, trying to spin away, gets inside, lost it on the way up. Berry retrieves the ball, tries to get it out, but it's stolen again. Second time an outlet pass has been stolen off of Berry. As inside, Cox looking, goes back out, and there's a 3 from Brown.
Well, every one of these Expression Prep players can knock them down, especially the bigger guys, as Childers and Brown each have a 3-pointer.
19-12, Chapmanville leads it here in the first quarter. 1.5 minutes to go. Blevins step back jumper. Zion a little short on that one, rebounded by Brown. Now a chance for Expression Prep to get this down to 2 possessions. Brown charging in hard, gets by Berry, and he'll lay it in.
Well, this is the second time that they've been able to get it to 2 possessions, and Chapmanville's went on a little run just like that. Berry behind the defense.
What a pass by Cameron Blevins that time, and Berry able to make a tough contested grab over the top. Now Brown goes for another 3 on the other end, and Christian Brown, he's got 10 points, and they've all come here in a flurry here at the end of this first quarter. 21-17. Cam Blevins' pass knocked away by Alongo, but nice job getting hands in on the back end of that. May have been Benji Atkins deflected that, and it'll go off of Alongo and stay with Chapmanville.
Look at Chapmanville. They've got 4 players that have scored, and all 4 players have 5 points or more.
And on the other end, it's been Childers and Brown that have provided all the scoring for the Lions so far. So it's been a high-scoring first quarter. Gollihue drives in left side, gets all the way to the bucket, but too much of a head start getting in, never really had control. Taken away by the Lions. Alongo laser pass deflected by Berry. It'll stay with Expression Prep.
Good job of getting hands in the passing lane and prevent a fast break opportunity there, maybe even a layup. But, on the other end, Gollihue's got to use his left hand on that layup attempt.
Coates tries to dribble in, gets it out to Childers. 35 seconds left here in the quarter. Now Cox with it, over to his left. Kicks it back out to Coates, fakes, gets it over for Cox. Gets by Gollihue, dumps it off baseline. Alongo couldn't handle it and taken away by Zion Blevins. Looks up ahead for Berry. Berry behind the defense again, gets underneath on the right side. And Berry with a big first quarter outburst with 7 points. We're down to 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 23-17 Chapmanville. Alongo drives in. Zion got his hands on it. Ball knocked loose. Gollihue shovels it over. Finds Benji Atkins down to 5 seconds. Atkins across midcourt with 4. Tacks into the middle. Drives all the way in. Left-handed layup won't fall. Gollihue tried to tip dunk it at the horn and came up just short. What a fun first quarter of action here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as the Tigers lead the Lions 23-17. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Prep Academy as we start quarter number 2 from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you as Expression Prep with the ball to start the second quarter. And wow, somehow that banked in from the corner for Childers. I don't know if he got hit on the play or what.
I don't know, man. That thing hit off the side of the backboard.
Gollihue tries to answer back on the other end. Three-pointer off the mark. Trenton Atkins just into the game, gets the offensive board. Now to Cameron Blevins, left corner 3. That one not on the mark. Rebounded by Alongo. Now here comes Expression Prep pushing the other way, and we get a whistle away from the ball. And going to be a foul on Cameron Blevins, and that's going to be number 2 on him.
Yeah, big development here. We saw what happened to Cameron Blevins in the Logan game when he went out with a third foul. Logan stepped up to defensive pressure, was able to make some turnovers, and cut a 14-point third-quarter deficit down to 4 before eventually taking the lead in the fourth quarter. And while we got time, Chris, wish a big happy birthday to Aaron Stone. It's talking to him at the station earlier today, and he told me he's 37, and he said he was 38. So I think this is just like one of those where, you say you're like 38 plus whatever years. So I guess he'll always be 38 in his mind.
I'll just say Stone graduated the year before I did, and I'm 40. So let's just, we'll put some honesty on his name here. As Gollihue has his pass intercepted by Brown driving in, and it gets the layup to go as Gollihue contested. Now it's down to a 2-point lead for Chapmanville. They led by double digits in the first quarter. And it's been Brown and Childers, the only 2 to score so far in this game for the Lions. Zion Blevins driving in, tries to step back, had it knocked away by Brown, but gets it back over to Adkins. Benji drives in, had it poked away from behind and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers.
Let's just say that when I was in the studio, Stone didn't want people to know that it was his birthday, but, I hadn't been on Facebook, but I had to remind him that, you have a Facebook account, and it will remind people that it's your birthday. So I think he has turned notifications off since that conversation.
Gollihue drives in, too strong on the floater, rebound taken away. A chance for Express Prep to tie the game as Coates runs over a man, and it's Jet Baisden who takes the charge.
Easy call right there. Baisden was camped out on the block waiting on him, and Coates just a full head of steam and didn't have his head up to know where Baisden was and just ran over top of him.
Again, I think you're going to see a lot more defense here in this second quarter. Again, the offense has kind of ran wild in the first period, but now you're going to see some adjustments here on both sides from Brad Napper and company. It's Gollihue on the right side being guarded by Coates. Trying to shake him, drives in on the baseline. Nice job by Gollihue. What body control by him.
Gollihue's got 7 early on.
25-21 in favor of Chapmanville. Childers, Atkins hit the deck, no whistle underneath to Alongo, and there's the first bucket scored by someone other than Childers or Brown.
And they're going to need a lot more of that coming in here, because if they don't, then it's it's going to be difficult to get back in this.
25-23 Chapmanville. They've led from the jump here so far. Expression Prep has battled back. Gollihue, ill-timed step back 3 there. Airballs everything. Rebounded by Express Prep. Up head to Coates. Layup misses. And I don't know who the whistle's on here. Again,
I believe they got Blevins for a push in the back on the rebound.
I'm going to say I didn't see a Tiger really in the area there. Again, 2 Expression Prep players were going after the boards, but they give Zion on the push. That'll be his first.
And the only reason that I suspected it was a push is because the Expression Prep player, which was Alongo, went up for the rebound for the shot coming off the glass, and you could see him just go forward at the last second.
Alongo knocks down both free throws, and now we're all even at 25 apiece with 5:36 to go here in the first half.
That's the first tie of the contest, Chris.
Drew Berry checks back into the game. Had a strong first quarter with 7 points for him, and that was after he was shut out against Logan the other night. But again, you get that kind of production from Drew Berry, that's going to make life a lot more difficult on these opponents for Chapmanville. Gollihue into the paint. This time he hits with the right hand, and he's got 9. 27-25, Chapmanville. Coates gives it off to Cox. Into the corner, almost air mail Brown. He was able to catch it with one hand. Brown looks cross court, now back out. Looking for help. They swing it back over to Brown. Drives baseline with a full head of steam. Lost it. Gets it back. Goes up, and Brown will lay it in.
Brown just bullied his way inside. There's nothing more to say about that. He was able to get in there and get a shoulder into Drew Berry and knock him off.
And he almost comes up with a steal there. And now Brad Napper wanting a 30-second timeout here with 4:52 to go here in the second quarter. Just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, make sure you visit their offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan, and we are here live on video productions as well tonight. And I tell you what, Christian Brown has been very impressive here in this first half. He's built like a linebacker, but he runs like a gazelle, and he's got soft hands, good dribble. I mean, that kid's got a lot of talent showing it off here tonight.
And, it was 54 points combined between these two teams, and, we've, we haven't even played a quarter and a half here, and I don't think it's bad defense. I think it's just great transition offense. Both these teams are getting rebounds and getting out and running with it. They're getting turnovers and creating offense with their defense. And because we've seen that when the defenses are allowed set up, the offenses are having trouble to score. So the team that can make the changes on the transition defense is going to come in to get this win.
A nice design out of the inbounds as Berry lobbed it in deep for Zion Blevins. Hits on the turnaround. Now back the other way. Quick transition by Mel Sharp as he gets all the way to the basket and lays it in. So we're all even at 29 now. 4.5 minutes to go before halftime. Zion dribbles in, and he's going to be tied up. And possession arrow will stay with Chapmanville. So again, the Tigers trying to hang on to this lead as they've held it all the way here. Expression Prep has caught up ever since trailing by double digits.
We've 3 ties in this quarter, 3 ties in the game, Chris, and you can see with every play that Expression Prep makes, whether it's offense or defense, the bench is up clapping every time they make a good play. Chapmanville's bench is kind of, they're silent right now, so the Chapmanville needs something to get this crowd back into it, and that's not a very big crowd. I'm not going to lie on the air.
Gollihue gives it out front for Baisden. Baisden almost had it knocked away by Brown. Back over to Gollihue, penetrates all the way in, rejected, but a foul called on the play, and that'll send Gollihue to the line as they're going to get Childers on the foul, and that'll be his second.
Yeah, that's a huge development here for the Expression Prep Academy. Childers with his second foul, and that's going to be huge for them. They have 10 players on the roster.
Gollihue front rims the first free throw, no good. Again, he's got 9 points here in the first half, leading Chapmanville at the moment, trying to get into double figures here. It's just the 4th free throw attempt of the half for Chapmanville, only 2 so far for Expression Prep, but Gollihue missed on both, usually a sure free throw shooter. Now up ahead to Brown, chance for the Lions to take their first lead of the contest. Brown steps back for 3, off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, still controlled. Childers underneath, along the baseline, hits another.
Good shot by Childers there. He gets a rebound and backs out. And now first lead of the game for Expression Prep.
That puts Childers into double figures with 11 points, 31-29. Expression Prep. Zion steps back, thought about a 3, instead goes to Gollihue, left all alone, and that one off the side of the rim, no good. And you can see the frustration with Gollihue. He thought he had that one, but a little short on it. Now here's Childers inside. He's bumped, throws it up. Can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line. They're going to get Benji Atkins on that foul. That'll be his first.
So Chapmanville, the only really foul concern they got is the 2 fouls on Cam Blevins. Pretty much the best ball handler they got on the floor right now, and the man that's running the point for him. The Expression Prep You got the guy at the free throw line that's got 2 fouls, but, he's played pretty aggressive since picking up those 2 fouls, and then he's played smart.
Childers knocks down the first free throw. Again, he's got 12 points. Brown with 14 points. Second free throw rattles out, but offensive glass hit on by Alongo. He can't convert, but Cox hits it on the backside.
Cox had perfect box out, or had perfect positioning on the backside. Chapmanville didn't box him out and then failed to account for him.
Now 5-point lead here for Expression Prep. That's Gollihue. Caught at the top of the key, gives it over for Barry. Barry hands it off for Blevins. Blevins waiting here, going up against Brown, looking for a screen. Doesn't develop. Now Zion contested up top, gives it to Gollihue along the left baseline, and he hits a right-handed floater again.
That's what they need to do, get Gollihue in there in the lane where he can hit that floater. We've seen him shoot probably about 75% on that floater.
Yeah, he's so dangerous on that shot. He gets good body control, leans into it. Cox, step back three, no good, but it hops right to Alongo, goes with a reverse layup. Can't hit. Jet Baisden goes in amongst the trees and gets the rebound, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Cox shot that. Cox shot that from right here in front of us, and the where we're looking at it, the third claw of the tiger paw, where Cox shot that from. So that was every bit of 28, 30 feet.
I said sometimes you got to test your range out, and he felt comfortable with that.
He did pretty good on that. He shot it from, like I said, he shot it from the middle claw where we're sitting. I mean, he basically right in front of where I'm at.
Yeah, I tried one earlier today in the auxiliary gym, and I don't even think it touched air. It was that bad.
Oh, I could knock him down from there. I mean, you give me 5 chances, I could probably hit 2 of them from there. That's 40%.
I'm going to start taking bets on Bill Lusk's claims from the arc here. He's making a lot of claims that I want to see his money back up.
Let me shoot at halftime. Well, no, we got a break coming up here at halftime. Give me the ball. Let me shoot out there.
Zion Blevins pulls up inside the arc. Can't convert. Rebounded by Trenton Atkins. He can't hit on the putback. Rebounded by Brown. Brown pushes up ahead. Has Lane. Lobs it up top and slammed home by Alongo.
Wow, Alongo was running the floor, and Cox was able to find him, and that gets this crowd going.
Underneath, Trenton Atkins got too far underneath and threw it over top of the rim. Rebound taken away by the Lions. Now here's Brown once again in transition. Gets it over to Coates. 1:35 to go before halftime. Coates, top of the key three. That one no good. Rebounded by Atkins. Right now, Chapmanville just fighting to try and get to the break as Expression Prep started to dominate play here in the second quarter. Atkins into the front court, lobs it over into the corner. Baisden steps inside, gives it off to Zion, spins baseline. Nice job on his pivot foot. He kept it all the way.
Nice up and under move by Zion Blevins to get the points there.
He's got 10 now. Brown spinning the other way, got to the baseline and banked it in. And again, Expression Prep just pushing the pace so fast right now against the Tiger Club that likes to do it similarly. But right now, Expression Prep's just got the momentum, and now Alongo takes it away from Blevins, drives in and gets blocked by the rim on the dunk, gets it back, however, and he'll lay it in.
Poor job of Chapmanville trailing on the play as Alongo got pinned by the rim, but nobody was trailing, and then he was left all alone to get his own rebound.
Now Alongo commits the foul out front as he tried for the steal on Blevins again. That'll be his first as Drew Berry will check back in, as will Childers for Expression Prep. A little under 40 seconds to go. Brad Napper all over Benji Atkins as he goes to the bench. Again, he didn't feel like Benji got back on that play to try and help out on defense.
Well, there was a number of Tigers that didn't get back on the play, so I understand the frustration from Coach Napper.
Up top, Berry. Under 30 seconds to go in the half. Gives it to Blevins. Now over to Gollihue. Gets a good look for three. That was much needed for Chapmanville. Gollihue's been hot here in the second quarter. That's 9 points. He's got 14 for the game. Now the other way, almost lost out of bounds by Expression Prep, but it'll stay with them as Berry poked it away.
Yeah, you don't want to say that this is a must-stop for Chapmanville, but it kind of feels that way with the way that Expression Prep has been getting up and down the floor here in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've been red hot from the field here in the second quarter as Coates. Top of the key over to Childers, gets a good look for three. This one off the mark, rebounded by Zion. Zion with 6 seconds left, pushing across midcourt. Drives in right side, gets all the way in. Childers rejects it. Boy, that was dangerous for Childers. That could have been his third foul.
Chris, I believe he did get it. I believe we got a late call from behind because as the whistle occurred, the trailing official on the wing threw his hand up, and the referee underneath the basket didn't call anything, and that that will draw a disagreement from the Expression Prep crowd.
Right, a big moment right there, as Childers has been one of the big scorers here in the first half. You can hear some of the disagreement from the Expression Prep fans in the crowd as Zion hits on the first free throw.
Yeah, that guy said that was terrible, so I understood that.
He kept it clean at least.
Yeah, he did keep it clean, PG or whatever you want to call it.
Blevins trying to cut this to 2, and that one rattles out. Knocked loose. Basin grabs it, puts it back up, but it wouldn't go as the horn sounds to end the first half. And it's been an entertaining first 16 minutes as Expression Prep Academy leaves the Chapmanville Tigers 40-37 as we head to intermission. Bill and I are going to step aside for a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the first half here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
(40-37) here at the half as Expression Prep leads the Chapmanville Tigers from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Seth Eastepper, engineer on WVOW Radio tonight. Robbie Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, and Jill Blevins, our camera operator here on Video Productions tonight. And Bill, this has been probably the most fun first half of action we've had so far this season. It's been back and forth, up and down, a lot of athletic plays, a lot of smart plays, a lot of good defense involved as well. It's just been a good game to watch so far as Chapmanville led it for most of the way into the second quarter. Then Expression Prep was able to take as much as a 7-point lead, but Chapmanville battling back to cut it to 3.
Yeah, if you like transition basketball, this is definitely the game for you to watch. both these teams getting out in transition, whether it's creating a turnover or just getting a defensive rebound and running with it. This Expression Prep team, I mean, they looked dead in the water in that first quarter. Chapmanville got out to scored the first 7 points and then got up to an 11-2 lead. They had that 9-point lead. Expression Prep took a full timeout with 4:12 to go in the opening quarter, and since then it's been a different story. They've kind of, they came in, they've got settled in on the offensive end. They've settled in. I don't think they've done a bad job on the defensive end, and they've really weathered the storm early, went on a nice little run of their own, and Chapmanville, for the most part, has weathered the first half storm, was able to cut back, get it 7-point deficit down to 3, heading into the locker room at halftime.
And you look at the first half scoring here on both sides. We'll start with Expression Prep. They're led by Christian Brown with 16 points, and you had Jackson Childers with 12 points, Honest Alongo with 8 points, then you had Mel Sharp and Mitchell Cox with 2 points apiece to round up the scoring for the Lions. On the other end for Chapmanville, Joey Gollahue leading the way with 14 points, Zion Blevins with 11 points, Drew Berry with 7 points, and Cam Blevins with 5 points for the Tigers. Free throw shooting, Tigers 3 of 6, Expression Prep 3 of 4. As Expression Prep's knocked down 3 threes, Chapmanville with 4 threes here in the first half of action. And really the biggest issue for Chapmanville moving forward in this game is just on the defensive end. Again, the offense looks solid so far here tonight, but Expression Prep's been able to get out and transition, as you mentioned, getting some easy buckets here in the first half. And Chapmanville's going to have to find a way to try and limit those opportunities by limiting some turnovers in the second half.
Well, basically, and it's being talked about in that locker room, I'm sure Chapmanville's got to get back on defense to start, whether it's off a turnover or off of a missed shot on the offensive end. They've got to hustle back on the defensive end because, Expression Prep's got the ball, and they've got somebody that's leaking out. And, we saw it right in front of here in our broadcast position, or to the left of our broadcast positioning right before that break when Alongo come up with the steal. Zion Blevins was trailing the play. Alongo went up for the dunk. He got pinned against the rim. Blevins was out of position because he was going for the block. He was up against the padding support against the wall underneath the basket, and nobody was hustling back for Chapmanville. And the closest player in the area was Benji Aggins. And we heard exactly what the head ball coach himself had to say to Benji as he came off the court, and I'm sure our listening audience did as well.
Right now, Expression Prep getting ready to come out to start quarter number 3, and we're going to step aside for a 2-minute break and be back after this. And when we do come back, it'll be time for the start of the second half as you are listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
At Boone Memorial Health, we're proving that a rural health system can provide advanced care.
Working in collaboration with Marshall Orthopedics' highly respected program, we're making orthopedic care available at BMH 5 days a week.
And from sports injuries to joint replacement, we are ready to meet your orthopedic treatment needs.
It's because we care about Southern West Virginia.
And it's because we care about helping our patients live full, active lives.
Boone Memorial Health.
We are bringing specialty care home.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
40-37, Expression Prep Academy leading Chapmanville here at the half of the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament in Chapmanville, West Virginia. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. Seth Eastep, our engineer in the WVOW studios. Robbie Mounts, our engineer here tonight on video productions, and Jill Blevins, our camera operator here tonight on video productions. And I tell you what, Bill, the Chapmanville Tigers are still not out of the locker room with 30 seconds to go before the start of the third. I'd say that's a pretty animated locker room and has been for about the last 10 minutes.
You know what, in Chris and Coach speak, I believe they, and I'm not trying to sound anything bad here, but I believe that's what you call a coming to Jesus moment in the locker room. I believe is what a lot of coaches refer to that as.
Yeah, I've been in those locker rooms too before. Thankfully, I didn't play enough really for it to be aimed at me particularly, but yeah, those locker room breaks are, you either let it get to you, get it to where it motivates you, and I think this is a strong-minded Chapmanville club. I think Brad Napper does a much better job at motivating in those situations, and you typically see this Chapmanville club come out a lot stronger and a lot hotter, but the whistle sounded, and they're still not out of the locker room now. Here comes Gollihue.
Here comes Joey Gollihue. Chapmanville's going to have the ball to start. I guess when you're playing this bad, you don't need to come out and get the shots up. And really, as we talked about, Chapmanville is not – or correction, we changed baskets here. I got caught up in a moment here, but Expression Prep will have the ball. But anyway, Chapmanville, I don't feel that they're playing bad, but it's just they're getting out-hustled. No way to put it. The transition game is really what's hurting Chapmanville. It got them off to a good start. Now it's kind of hindering them, and now we get a foul on the inside as looks like Alongo was trying to get an inside positioning on Drew Berry, and Berry just got a little too physical with him.
So it'll be his second foul now.
I didn't change the arrow on the scores table.
I was wondering what the official was pointing at. I was like, there's no one there, but yeah, they just forgot to change the possession arrow. It's an inbound, a dangerous inbounds pass, but Alongo digs it out, takes a tough fadeaway jumper, could not hit anything except the backboard that time, and then a loose ball foul will go against Expression Prep. That'll be against Cox.
Yeah, Mitchell Cox first foul, team foul number 1. So each team with a personal foul here to start the quarter, and Chapmanville with a defensive stop and a chance to pull to within 1 or tie with a three-pointer, and I don't know, who knows, maybe you can take the lead with a 4-point play.
It's Cameron Blevins back in after picking up 2 fouls, or second foul early in the second quarter.
Drew Berry, offensive foul. I don't know what happened there, but he got caught from behind, and that's turnover number 6 on Chapmanville and foul number 3 on Berry.
2 quick fouls for Drew Berry, and that's going to get Jet Baisden off the bench. Check in for him as Cox finds a crease over towards Benji Atkins' side. Can't hit on the floater, but Cox gets the rebound back. Goes up against Cameron Blevins, and he'll lay it in on the left block. So that's 4 points now for Mitchell Cox, and it's a 5-point lead for Expression Prep. Gollihue dribbles into the center. Laser pass goes off of Benji Atkins' hands, and that ball thrown about 100 miles an hour at Benji. I don't think was quite ready for it.
It looked like one of them old pitching machines, the ones that's got the little crank of the arm, like a little windmill, comes up and just shoots a fastball out at you. So that's kind of what that looked like, kind of like the ones Camden Park used to have.
Christian Brown on the other end hits another 3. He's got 19 now for the game, his third three-pointer. It's the largest lead of the game for Expression Prep, 45-37. Chapmanville yet to score here to start the third quarter. Now Zion gives it out to Atkins, over to Cameron Blevins. Corner 3, and that'll go for Cameron Blevins.
Big answer for Cameron Blevins. That's his first field goal since the first quarter, and he now has 8.
45-40 as Cox double team, throw it right to Gollihue, and then Gollihue gets fouled by Cox, so the double whammy for Mitchell Cox that time, the turnover and then the foul.
Yeah, that's his second foul, and second foul of the quarter.
That was the old Bobby Boucher, there you are throw. He just threw it right at him. I don't think he saw him. And now it'll be Chapmanville with the ball, trying to get this back to one possession. It looked like Fred Brown throwing at James Worthy almost on that possession.
It's turnover number 8 for the Lions.
They go down low for Benji Atkins, bodying up, gets position and 1 against Christian Brown, and that's a man's basket for Benji Atkins, especially against Christian Brown.
First field goal for Benji, too. An opportunity to cut the lead to 2 if he can convert.
Again, Benji Atkins, he's been a big part of this offense early on in this season. That's his first 2 tonight. Again, double-digit score in the win over Logan the other night. Misses on the free throw, though. Now it's a three-point game again. Pass deflected by Zion Blevins, taken by Cameron Blevins. Over to Zion. Tough angle on that layup attempt, but somehow he got over to try and save it. Taken away by Expression Prep. Now to Christian Brown. Bobbles it. Still bobbles it. Goes up. Can't hit the layup. Gollihue bothering him the whole way. And great defense by Gollihue. It gets knocked out of bounds off of Chapmanville.
Chris, I must be seeing things. Expression Prep, they're not animated or anything at all, but I thought for sure I saw Gollihue reach out and tug at the back of the jersey. And if those at home watching on video productions, they may have seen the same thing, and the officials never saw it. Neither did Expression Prep. So
yeah, I thought I saw the same thing there too. And Gollihue did just enough to bother to prevent the 2 points from going through as Salongo loses it behind his back but gets it back. Now here's Coach. Dribbles in, over to Brown. He's going to take a deep three from the left wing. That one's short. Benji Atkins grabs the board, gets caught in midair. Somehow found Jet Baisden, though. Now back over to Atkins.
The good thing that Benji didn't throw out after getting it back from Baisden. He's looking up the court ready to throw the ball to Gollihue. Gollihue had his back to him, streaking to the basket, and, Gollihue didn't see him. So now we've got, we might have some issues here as Benji Atkins took exception to the foul as Mel Sharp had fouled him, and Benji with the ball extended arms and all to shove Sharp off, and the official got in between Benji before things escalated. Expression Prep was wanting a technical foul on that play, but they didn't get it.
I'm surprised they didn't whistle one, but the official showing some restraint. Benji Atkins was very fast to apologize after that, too. So they inbound to Zion. Blevins powers his way to the right side and lays it in.
Zion with 13, Chapmanville with him 1.
Trailed it by 8 a moment ago. They've gone on a 7-0 run of the Tigers. Now Chapmanville pressuring in the backcourt. They get it ahead to Cox. Cross court. Brown passes up the shot. Gives it to Coates. Drives left side out to Childers. Childers now over to Alongo. He'll take the three. That one too strong, but it hops right to Coates. Coates over to Childers. Steps back for 3. That one short as well. Rebound tipped high in the air. Cameron Blevins grabs it. Tried to get it up ahead to Zion, but it was tipped away by Coates. Now here comes Brown back inside, drives in. Nice cut by Alongo, fumbled it, gets it back, and he'll lay it in on the left side.
Alongo was thinking about a slam on that one, was unable to come up with it, but he's able to get the ball back and lay it up.
Now here's Zion driving baseline, a lot of contact, and that's on Childers. That's 4 on him.
Big development there with his 4th foul. He's got 12 points in the contest, and can't get the player in, which is Mel Sharp that's going to be coming in for Childers. There's, you got to come in after the second shot, and that is the 5th foul already against Expression Prep. So Chapmanville's in a bonus for the remainder of the 4:32.
Right now, free throws have not been the friends of Chapmanville. They're 3 of 8 from the free throw line now. They've actually missed their last 5 attempts. As Blevins, 13 points here tonight. He's 3 of 5 from the line. Made his first 3, but he's missed his last 2. But he converts on this one. So lead down to 2 again. 47-45. Expression Prep leads it. As they work it up ahead. Brown has it, lobs it up top, and that time Alongo couldn't find the angle to slam it, but he does lay it in. 49-45. Expression Prep. 4:17 to go here in the third quarter. Gollihue hands it off to Cameron Blevins. Blevins trying to shake Sharp that time, but Sharp stays in front of him. Now Blevins does get by him, drives in left side. Tough drive by Cameron Blevins, and he converts.
It's a good job by Cameron Blevins. Go in and use his body. He knew the contact was coming, and he absorbs it and goes up strong.
Blevins now, Cameron Blevins, that is 10 points for him. And now there's going to be a blocking foul likely on Benji Atkins as he never really got position.
Yeah, he didn't give him room. That's he didn't give the defender room to make a move. And you credit Benji for getting there and trying to draw the foul. That's an aggressive play.
Now Christian Brown along the baseline, cut off, lobs it back up top. Sharp has it near midcourt. And Sharp driving in, gets all the way to the rack, and Sharp will lay it in.
Sharp just goes up and under the Chapmanville players and gets a layup there and puts them back up 4.
Now whistling a turnover, it looks like in the backcourt perhaps, and it was, as it was out of our purview that time, but yes, Chapmanville turns it over.
Turnover number 8 for Chapmanville, 9 on the Expression Prep Academy.
3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 4-point lead for Expression Prep. Alongo got caught in midair, forced up a tough shot and didn't hit anything. Gollihue lobs it up ahead for Benji Atkins. Atkins into the middle for Jet Baisden, pulls up inside the free throw line, and Jet Baisden converts.
First points of the night for Jet Baisden. First points off the bench for Chapmanville Tigers.
And he just prevented 2 points on the other end. Expression Prep broke that press rather easily, and Baisden was able to deflect it away underneath before they could go up for the layup. So now they'll inbound. Expression Prep will underneath their own basket, going left to right across your radio dial and TV screen. Chapmanville right to left. Inside, Alongo found a mismatch. Fakes, turn around in the paint. Short on it, rebounded by Cameron Blevins. He breaks out, gets by 2 men. Now he'll pull it over right side, waits for everyone else to show up. Over to Gollihue, hasn't scored yet in the third quarter, doesn't hear. Baisden trying to grab the offensive board, but goes out of bounds with it.
Yeah, good job by Baisden to crash the board. He nearly comes up with it. Chapmanville with the transition three. Gollihue just unable to convert on it, but I like the shot and I like the look that Gollihue got.
51-49, Expression Prep leads Chapmanville. We're here live at the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Baisden underneath, and Blevins with a steal, counted, and the foul. What a steal by Cam Blevins. Went up with it, took the contact, and he'll go to the line.
Fourth tie of the contest, Chris, and if Chapmanville can convert here, if Blevins converts on the free throw, that will be our second lead change and the first tie for the first lead for Chapmanville since they had a 25-23 lead in the second quarter.
Now Blevins looking to give Chapmanville their first lead since the second quarter, and he does. And it's 52-41, so Chapmanville led the entire way in the first quarter. Expression Prep led most of the second quarter, here most of the third, and now Chapmanville back in front again.
And that's the 8th point of the quarter for Cam Blevins.
Inside Coates, gets caught in the middle, dumps it off, reverse layup, blocked by Zion Blevins. Gollihue tries to come out of there going behind his back, but lost it. Now here's Christian Brown, forces it inside, Coates wide open, and he'll lay it in. That's his first 2 of the game. 53-52, Expression Prep back out in front. Cameron Blevins will bring it across the timeline, going up against Sharp, gets a screen from Adkins, gives it off for Baisden. Baisden, top of the key, lobs it in for Benji Atkins, kicks it out. Zion Blevins all alone for 3. Count it. Good ball movement by Benji Atkins on that as well.
Chapmanville's finding a little bit of a rhythm now, and offensively the shots are starting to drop.
17 now for Zion Blevins, and Baisden almost with a steal, but a charge called as Benji Atkins, what he's done so well so far this season, drawing charges, and he takes another.
That's the 16th foul this quarter on the Expression Prep. Now Cam Blevins is trying to get away from Mel Sharp. Sharp is staying right with him, right up in his grill. And you can see Blevins bump him a little bit. Now they're trying to fight for a position, and the referee's going to have to get in and settle the 2 down.
Yeah, Mel Sharp is what you would call a nuisance on the defensive end. Again, he's one of those, he just stays on you so much, even whenever the ball's dead, that you can smell what he had for lunch. And, that's the way you want to play sometimes, a defender, just to sit there and really annoy somebody. And now a ball knocked loose by Alongo, and they're going to say he had it while he was out of bounds along the Chapmanville sideline. So it'll stay with the Tigers. 1:36 to go here in the third quarter. Chapmanville leading it in this back-and-forth affair, 55-53. Zion looking to inbound, lobs it in for Benji Atkins, going in on the left side, turns towards the center, turn around in the paint, can't get it to fall through, and Atkins tried to fight for the loose ball, and it's knocked out of bounds off of him. So it'll be the Lions ball, trailing by 2. Chapmanville still showing full court pressure here. They get it in the middle. Christian Brown right in front of us. Thankfully, that's as close as they could get. Sharp, and now Christian Brown and Benji Atkins bump into the scores table. And Benji Atkins has been in a lot of physical altercations here in this third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like the referee had to settle the scorekeeper down from Expression Prep. He had his hand out telling the statistician that he's had enough. He's not going to hear anymore.
And now we get more contact inside, and this time they're going to get Benji Atkins on a block as he tried to take the charge on Brown.
And that's 3 on Benji, so that's a big development for the Tigers, and that's the 4th team foul this quarter.
Now Drew Berry comes back in with those 3 fouls, and Benji Atkins is going to get a breather. And you could hear him talking with Brad Napper coming to the sideline, and they both said it was clean. But now Alongo along the right side, gets it over Sharp, looking for some space, gives it off for Coach. Laser pass inside. What a look that time. Able to find the open man, laid in by Caden Dinkle for his first two.
Yeah, they just lost him on the backside. Dunkel was able to get through.
Now we're tied at 55. Blevins drives baseline and one for Zion Blevins. As he's come on strong here late in the third quarter. He was held scoreless for a while, but now he's got 8 points this quarter and a chance for his 20th point of the line here.
This has been what started out as a transition game up and down the court has a second half has turned into a very physical contest.
52.6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Blevins gets the free throw to rattle home, and it's back to a 3-point lead for Chapmanville, 20 points for Zion Blevins. This clock hasn't started yet, and the officials just now catch it. And they tell them to put 50 seconds on the clock as a couple of seconds didn't come off. It's almost like we're back in Man, West Virginia.
That happens everywhere.
I was say, it happens everywhere, apparently.
Then again, maybe it's just us that it happens to on a broadcast. But hey, it's easy to lose track of in a game that's been running up and down, and you start paying attention to the action and get caught up from time to time.
They spring a trap on Sharp, and he throws it away. Cameron Blevins, they've got numbers. Over to Drew Berry. Layup is good, and Chapmanville leads it by 5.
Drew Berry with his 9th point, first point since he scored 7.
Now Dinkle over for Brown. Gets a good look for 3. That one no good, and it hits the side of the basket support. Back to Chapmanville with 24 seconds left in the third.
Chapmanville trailed by 8 early in this quarter, 45-37. Since then, the Tigers on a 23-10 run to race an 8-point deficit and go ahead by 5.
Cameron Blevins shakes by Sharp, down to 15 seconds left. Tigers trailed it by 3 at halftime. They've outscored Expression Prep by 8 so far this quarter. Blevins over to Gollihue with 6 seconds, drives into the left corner, throws up a tough fadeaway, hits the side of the basket court. Trenton Atkins grabs it back, puts it up at the horn, no good, and that'll do it for the third quarter of action as Chapmanville leads Expression Prep Academy 60-55 as we head to the final 8 minutes. Back after this break as you're listening to and watching Tiger basketball right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
Kid and Bill Lusk with you. Seth Estep, our engineer in the WVOW studios. Robbie Mounds, our engineer on Video Productions. Jill Blevins, our camera operator on Video Productions. And this has been a fun 24 minutes of basketball here from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. 60-55, Chapmanville leads it against Expression Prep Academy as we start the fourth quarter. Chapmanville with the ball, going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial. Expression Prep going left to right as Gollihue has it ripped away from him. Pass up ahead. Barry got his hands on it, tipped it away, and it'll stay with Expression Prep.
Yeah, I think Barry thought that might have went off the hands of an Expression Prep player, but official trailing the play. Saw it the entire way, ruled that it went off of Barry. So Expression Prep keep possession of the ball after Tigers turn it over for the 10th time. 11 turnovers for the Lions.
Brown with it on the right wing. Brown It's 19 points here tonight, 16 of those coming in the first half. Childers back in with those 4 fouls. Gets it out to Brown, fakes a pass, goes for 3. Short on that one. Zion Blevins skies and rips the rebound away from Coates.
3 just not dropping for Expression Prep like they were earlier in the contest. They've come up empty-handed on their last 3 or 4 attempts.
Well, Zion Blevins, what a spin move in the paint, but comes up short on the jumper, and now a run out here for the Lions. Up head to Brown, drives in, and he'll lay it in on the right side.
Transition basket as that ball came right to Cox, who was able to find Brown streaking for the layup.
Gollihue splits a few defenders, but lost his footing on the way to the basket. Now Longo out with it. Up head to Brown. Inside Childers, took a couple of extra steps, it looked like, but he'll lay it in.
Yeah, these referees really letting them play on the offensive defensive end. It's been a track meet.
Speaking of, Zion Blevins races back the other way. No one cut him off on the way to the basket. He's got 22 now. 62-59, Chapmanville. Brown into the paint, pull-up jumper, and Brown converts.
Back and forth we go to start the fourth quarter.
62-61, Chapmanville leads it again. This has been as fun a game as you could find in the state of West Virginia here as we approach Christmas, and this has been a lot of fun to watch here on Video Productions and WVOW tonight. It's Blevins, Cameron Blevins steps back and hits a 3, his 3rd of the night, and a quick timeout for Brad Napper with 6:06 to go in the contest. We'll take it as well and be back after this break as you're listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball right here on WVOW and Video Productions.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
At Boone Memorial Health, we're proving that a rural health system can provide advanced care. As a pediatrician, I'm dedicated to supporting the healthy growth of children throughout the community. From preventative care to treatment when they're sick, I'm here to meet a child's medical needs from the time they're born through their teen years. It's because we care about Southern West Virginia, and it's because we know that your child is your everything. Boone Memorial Health, we're bringing specialty care home.
65-61, Chapmanville leads Expression Prep Academy here from Danny Gobby Gymnasium in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you, and Cameron Blevins, a big 3 there, Bill, to build the lead back to 4.
Yeah, Blevins has caught fire here in this second half. He's got 11 points, 16 for the game.
Brown drives in, intercepted by Zion Blevins, saves it to Cameron Blevins. Here comes Chapmanville back the other way. Gollihue in the left corner, sets his feet for 3. That one misses off the side of the rim. The long rebound comes out to Cameron Blevins as they'll reset. And Gollihue scoreless here in the second half after leading them with 14 in the first half. Now back over to Cameron Blevins. He's had that hot hand. This one rattles out, no good. Rebound tipped up. Sharp trying to grab it, does so. Now as it ripped away, Cameron Blevins got his hands in again. Over to Zion Blevins, spins baseline, goes up, and he'll lay it up and in.
Tigers up 6, biggest lead of the second half as they're looking to get another defensive stop and attempt to run away with this one into the fourth quarter.
Sharp lost control of it, but it's going to get bailed out here. It looks like maybe a timeout, perhaps. Let's see, as he's down on the floor, it appears. No, they're going to get a foul on Benji Atkins instead.
So now what that's going to turn is going to have to take Benji out of the lineup. Jet Basden's coming in, and 5:17 to go. That's only the first foul on Chapmanville, and it's actually the first foul on either team of this quarter.
5:17 remaining here on the fourth. It's Sharp still trying to shake out the cobwebs after that collision with Benji Atkins. Now they'll inbound in front of their own bench and up the side from us. They get it into Brown, trying to shake by Barry, and Barry's going to pick up his 4th. So now you got Barry and Benji Atkins both with 4 fouls here with 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. As Coates dribbles out to midcourt, Jet Basden into the game, lobs it over for Sharp. Now into the corner, Longo, 3 in front of Zion Blevins, and he hits.
Ah, man, these tall players have some exceptional shots. Longo, we've seen him miss on a 3 early, but he's got a nice quick release.
67-64. Chapmanville leads it. 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Again, West Logan and North Marion came down to the wire in the first varsity game tonight. This one looks to be going in a similar route. Zion on the right side, dribbles in against Alongo, goes up the left hand, can't finish. Ball squirts away from Gollihue. Now a chance for the Lions. Driving in his coach left side, and he'll lay it in. The lead down to 1.
Coach did a good job of going in, going up body and body, and getting the shot.
Cameron Blevins on the other end steps into a 3. That one was online, but too strong. Gollihue gets the rebound, puts it up along the baseline, and there's the first 2 of the second half for Gollihue.
And that's a big basket to stretch it back out to 3.
69-66. Coach gets by 2 men, gets all the way to the 10, and he'll lay it in again.
Quick timeout here by Expression Prep. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. I think he's wanting to take a full.
So we'll take it as well with 4:04 to go in the fourth quarter. Chapmanville leading it 69-68 as you're listening to Chapmanville Tiger basketball from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament here on WVOW and video.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
.68. Chapmanville leads Expression Prep Academy. 4:04 to go here in the fourth quarter. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk with you. As Chapmanville inbounding in the backcourt. Cameron Blevins with the ball. He's had the hot hand here in the second half for Chapmanville. He gets it over near side for Drew Berry. Berry. Gollihue cuts in. Hand it off for Cameron Blevins instead. Christian Brown comes out on him. Pass intercepted. And he stepped out of bounds. Alongo stepped on the sideline as Expression Prep was heading in for probably the lead on that trip.
Double turnover. 12 on Chapmanville, and then Alongo turns it back over to the Tigers. 15 for the Lions. A rare double turnover.
They inbounded to Zion Blevins. No one covered him, and an easy layup for him.
How you miss a kid, the Zion Blevins, that tall? How do you leave him that wide open?
That's what you got to be wondering on the Expression Prep sideline there. That was just a routine right in front of the basket layup for him. So now the lead back up to 3 for Chapmanville, 71-68. 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Lob it over for Coates, lost control of it, but now regathers. Has a double team on him, gets it back out front for Sharp. Gollihue now retreats backwards as Sharp dribbles over to his left. Looking for a screen up top, gets it, swings it over for Coates. Coates looking baseline, now back up top for Sharp. Sharp back over to Coates as Brown trying to wander the baseline right now, see if he can find a shot here. This is about as patient as we've seen either team be, as Chapmanville's gone to a 2-3 zone here to try and disrupt Expression Prep. I think it's the first time we've seen this tonight. Childers, tough turnaround from inside the arc, no good, but rebounded by Coates. Goes back up on the left side, and it rims down.
I don't know how that shot went in, man. He shot that off the back iron, and it hangs on the left side of the rim before it eventually drops.
Coates had 2 points entering the fourth quarter. He's got 8 now. Blevins gets it over to Drew Berry, 3 from the left corner. That one too strong, rebounded by Brown. A chance now for the Lions to retake the lead with 2:25 to go. Brown into the corner. Alongo all alone for 3, and he'll get it to rattle home.
Chris, I was about ready to say Chapmanville's had every opportunity in this quarter to put the Lions away. A 6-point lead as Coach Napper takes a 30-second timeout. They had a 6-point lead. They have an opportunity to put them away, and this Lion team keeps clawing and fighting back, and you could just feel in the last possession that if Chapmanville didn't do what they had to do, that eventually this Expression Prep Academy team was going to take the lead. Alongo hit the 3. Now they're up 2.
That's 18 for Alongo now in the game. And just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance is a proud supporter of Chapmanville Regional Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, make sure you visit their offices on Main Street in Chapmanville and Main Street in Logan. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Now, out of the timeout, I look for Chapmanville to attack the basket. I look for him trying to get Zion Blevins into the basket. If the Expression Prep expects to come down and double team, look for Blevins to kick to the corner for Gollyhue, maybe Cam Blevins for a three.
And pass almost intercepted. They're going to get a Longo on the foul.
There's nothing wrong with that foul. If I'm the Expression Prep coach, Shane Carey, I'm actually happy with that foul. That's your first foul of the quarter. That's only 2 on a Longo. You've got to like the aggressiveness from your junior.
So inbounded into the back court. Cameron Blevins across the timeline. We hit 2 minutes to go in the fourth. 73-71. Expression Prep leading Chapmanville. Benji Atkins in the left corner, trying to see if they can post up Zion Blevins. Instead, they go over to Drew Berry on the right side, back out to Atkins. Dribbles into the center, kicks it into the corner. Cameron Blevins puts up a three, was partially blocked. Zion Blevins trying to get it back. It deflects over to Cameron Blevins. Now to Benji Atkins, drives in again, kicks it over to Gollyhue. He'll try a three from the right side. That one's short as well, and Zion grabs the rebound and fouled by Alongo. He'll go to the line.
The third foul on Alongo's. He picks up back-to-back fouls. And Blevins will go to the line with an opportunity, if he's successful on these 2 free throws, to tie the score for the 6th time this evening.
First free throw up, and that's through for Zion Blevins. 73-72, Expression Prep leads Chapmanville with 1:37 to go here in the fourth. That is 27 points for the senior. Second free throw short. Childers grabs the rebound.
That was very short. That was almost an air ball. That just barely grazed the front of the rim.
Now let's see what Expression Prep does with under 90 seconds to go, leading it by 1. Again, we always seem to have a classic here at the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament each year with Chapmanville involved, and it looks like we're on our way to that again here, as here comes Coach, drives in into the corner. Brown goes for a three, no good, too strong. Gollyhue and Childers fighting for the rebound. Childers wins the race to the ball. Now here's Coach, dribbles all the way in, and he'll lay it in. He's been so huge here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's a 3-point lead, and I was kind of shocked that Expression Prep shot that ball as quick as it did.
Gollyhue gets blocked on the other end. Now a run out, Brown up ahead, and he'll lay it in for a 5-point lead with 50 seconds to go.
Now that might be a dagger for Chapmanville. I don't want to necessarily say it is. There's still a lot of time left if they can attack the basket quickly.
Cameron Blevins goes for three, and he connects with 41.5 seconds to go. And a quick timeout by Brad Napper. We'll step aside as well and be back after this as you are watching and listening to Chapmanville Tiger basketball action here on WVOW and Video Productions.
I'm Dr. Chad Lavender. My fertilized ACL technique has gained national and international attention. It all started here on a small football field in West Virginia. That's where my passion to help athletes and others began. I personally have had 19 different states and locations that patients have traveled from for this ACL reconstruction.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Cameron Blevins with a big three cuts Expression Prep's lead down to 2. 77-75. Lions lead the Tigers with 41.5 seconds to go. Chris Kidd and Bill Lusk here with you from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament as Chapmanville showing pressure in the backcourt. They break it over to Childers and a wait whistle. Charge called! Benji Atkins with the 4 fouls takes the charge on Coates, and Coates can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that Expression Prep was even trying to get to the basket. Chapmanville's got 2 team fouls. They've got to come out and foul you. You've got 2 fouls to give before they go to the free throw line, before the 3rd foul sends them to the line. I don't understand what was the hurry on offense.
And now Chapmanville trailing by 2 with the ball. 25 seconds to go. Brown all over Cameron Blevins. Blevins had it poked away, but he gets it back. And now we got a whistle and a foul on Brown, but again, they're not near the penalty.
That's only the fourth foul. Brown's got to keep his composure there. That foul right here in front of us is better than Blevins getting to the basket or even getting beaten Brown and somebody having to come up and somebody like a Zion Blevins or a Drew Berry or a Benji Atkins getting free for a layup off a pass.
They'll lob it in deep, dangerous pass. It goes off the rim and in Alongo's hands, and he'll be fouled. And again, that was just a dangerous inbounds pass that time, and it's a turnover for Chapmanville, but I think that's what the Tigers wanted to try and do and get it into Zion's hands.
You got 16.3 on the clock, 3 fouls. Chapmanville's in the position here to where if they can't get a quick foul in the backcourt, if they can't get a quick steal to foul immediately.
They get it into a Longo slip that keeps his feet. Now to Coates. They lob it up ahead. Childers, 12 seconds left. They could throw underneath. Brown has it. Brown goes up, and he's fouled with 7.9 seconds to go.
Fouls on number 2. We'll see if they call this a 2-shot foul, and they will. I thought that Brown lost the ball going up on the shot, and then when he came back down, he was fouled before he went up. So 2 shots coming up here for Christian Brown, who has 3 threes in the game. And that free throw looks just as good.
He's got 25, make it 26 for the game as he hits the first. As Basin will check out, Berry will check back in, but again, just 7.9 seconds to go. This one goes down. It makes things very difficult for the Tigers, and it does. And that'll be a timeout for Expression Prep, 4-point lead. We'll be back after this as you're listening to Tiger basketball action here on WVOW and Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
Chapmanville in desperation mode here. They trail it by 4 with 8 seconds left. They inbound it to Atkins. Across the timeline, 5 seconds left. They get it over to Cameron Blevins. 3 up, off the side of the rim. Tipped up by Gollihue, and that will do it here tonight as Huntington Expression Prep Academy wins it 79-73 as they 79-75. They tried a little showboat action on the back end of that. Alongo missed the dunk after the horn sounded. But what a game here tonight from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament, as this one was entertaining from start to finish. But the Tigers come up a little short here at the end. Bill and I will step aside for a 2-minute break and be back to recap tonight's action right after this, as you are listening to Chapmanville Tiger basketball action from the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
At Hanley Funeral Home, we offer unique opportunities for families to create healing moments after loss. With over 55 years of experience serving the Boone, Logan, and Lincoln communities, our staff will help you discover ways to pay tribute, whether that be at a burial service at one of our cemeteries or a personalized lasting memorial. Visit us at www.handleyfh.com or call 304-369-0718. The Handley family of business thanks you for your support.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
Because August is National Children's Eye Health Month,
we at White Eye Care want to remind you to schedule your child's back-to-school eye exam.
Did you know that vision and learning are so closely linked that 60% of problem learners have an undiagnosed vision problem?
Help your child get the most out of their studies this school year.
White Eye Care understands how good vision and good performance go together. Brighten your child's eyesight and future at White Eye Care in Logan today. After all, they deserve the best.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Chapmanville falls to Expression Prep Academy here tonight in the Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Bill Lusk, Seth Eastepper, engineer at the WVOW studios, Robbie Mounts, our engineer on video productions, and Jill Blevins, our camera operator here on video productions tonight. And again, Bill, this was just as entertaining, if not more so, than the Logan-Chapmanville game on Tuesday night. A lot of great back-and-forth action here tonight, physical basketball coming right down to the wire. This is the type of stuff you love to watch here tonight. Even though Chapmanville came up a little bit short, I think they showed a lot of improvement from what we saw against Fairmont early on this season.
Oh, yeah, I think they showed a lot of poise tonight. And I mentioned it, in broadcast, at some point during the second half. First half was a game of transition basketball. The teams were getting turnovers, getting out in transition, using their defense to create their offense. They were getting defensive rebounds and getting out and running with it. First half was an exciting ball game. It was back and forth track meet. Second half turned into a physical contest, and Chapmanville held their own with the Lions, who I felt were the aggressors in that second half, and especially down there towards the end. But, like I said, Chapmanville had a 6-point lead, 67-61. And Expression Prep Academy ends the game on an 18-8 run. Chapmanville just couldn't put them away. Now, the Chapmanville team that we know last year would have put this Expression Prep team away. But, there was just – something was just missing tonight for the Chapmanville Tigers. And, I don't know what Coach Brad Napper will say, but, he'll probably say that it was that it factor that they were missing here tonight. And it definitely showed in that quarter, because you thought, 6-point lead, this is it. That's what Chapmanville needs. I think a lot of people thought Expression Prep can't recover this. Joey Gollihue got a look from the three. It didn't go down. Expression Prep gets a ball, gets out, gets a quick bucket, and then they just start building momentum from there until they eventually end the game on an 18-8 run and come away here with a 4-point win, 79-75.
Well, let's take a look here at the final scoring. Expression Prep led here tonight by Christian Brown with 27 points, Honest Alongo with 18 points, Jackson Childers with 14 points, Jace Kotz with 10 points, all of those coming in, 8 of those coming in the fourth quarter. And you have Mel Sharp with 4 points, Mitchell Cox with 4 points, and rounding out the scoring was Caden Dinkle with 2 points. On the other end for Chapmanville, Zion Blevins led the way again with 27 points, Cameron Blevins with 19 points, Joey Gollihue with 16. Also, you had Drew Berry with 9 points, Benji Atkins with 2, and Jet Basden with 2 to round out the scoring. Chapmanville 7 of 12 from the line. Expression Prep with 5 of 6 from the line. 6 3-pointers for Expression Prep, 8 3-pointers for Chapmanville here this evening. Well, it's time now for our Temp Control Hot Hand of the Game, brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And tonight there's a massive amount of candidates here, Bill. I was thinking the Blevins is Zion and Cam, but, is there anyone else you'd like to add to that?
Well, we usually give it, to a local player, obviously when we have rivals playing, Logan and Chapmanville, we give it to one each, but I think, the Blevins, that's a good choice. Obviously I think we've gave it to Zion a lot. For me, I think I go Cam Blevins. What he did in that third quarter, 8 points. He had 14 points there in the second half when Chapmanville needed him the most, when they were down and looked like they were dead in the water. He's the one that got the offense going with his outside jumpers in the in the second half there, especially the third quarter. He knocks down 3 threes. So I think, if you want me to break the tie between the two of them, I got to go with Cam Blevins for what he did in the second half to bring Chapmanville back in this.
Yeah, and I don't see a problem with that at all. Again, Cameron Blevins, your Hot Hand of the Game award winner, brought to you by Temp Control. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control of Chapmanville at 5200.
And another thing about the scoring, when you were going over that scoring for Expression Prep, 27, 18, 14, 10, very well balanced between the Expression Prep down the line. Chapmanville had balance in the first half. We made mention of it in the first half. Drew Berry, Joey Gollyhue, Cam Blevins, Zion Blevins, they each, 4 of the 5 Chapmanville starters had 5 points or more in that opening quarter, and they had 7 points or more in that. Actually, they had 5 points or more in that first half. But when you look at it in the second half, Joey Gollyhue struggled. Barry fought foul trouble. He ends up with 9. Gollyhue only scores 2 after scoring 14 in the opening quarter. So the balance wasn't there in the second half, much like it was in the first half for Chapmanville. And I think that's another thing that added to this win. And now we're off for a while. We get to enjoy Christmas break. So we'll keep everybody updated as to when our next game will be on the airwaves here at WVOW. But still some basketball action going on everywhere, and that doesn't mean that Video Productions is not, going to be off the air for the lack of games, because I know they'll likely be back on the air tomorrow night from the second day of the Bob Runyon Memorial Tournament. They're still calling it, although it's kind of like taking on an invitational or a showcase kind of event now.
Yeah, and again, Bill and I will be off until the new year here on WVOW Radio, but we'll be back early in January for more high school basketball action. So again, here tonight, your final score, 79-75, Expression Prep edges by the Chapmanville Tigers to win it in their only appearance here in the tournament this weekend. But we want to thank everyone who helped us out getting on the air again tonight. I want to thank everyone at Video Productions and WVOW Radio. For Seth Eastep, our engineer in the WVOW studios, Jill Blevins, our camera operator on Video Productions, Robbie Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, Bill Lusk next to me. I'm Chris Kidd saying so long and happy holidays, everybody, and hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. We'll see you in 2024 right here on WVOW Radio.